I'm with David Eisner, the well-known actor, here on another edition of Sinai Stories. David, when we were talking in advance of this, you mentioned that you try to touch people's hearts and souls. What exactly do you mean, and how does that apply to what you've been doing at Temple Sinai?
Interesting. Last night, we did have a 13th anniversary celebration. And we were remiss because we didn't mention or have Rabbi Dolgan or Cantor Osborne talk about our relationship. Probably the most ambitious outreach program we have is with Temple Sinai. And because you have culture and religion in Judaism, and when you can complement each other, I think you get lightning in a bottle, and that's what's happened at Temple Sinai, starting off with the Slichot service, which is a couple weeks before Rosh Hashanah. We do a little, as Rabbi Dolgan said, shul and show. We've been doing it at Weston Hall. But you get emotional, very pertinent Broadway songs, some scenes, liturgy, and it's all to the same effect, which is hitting people's hearts and souls and combining the two to really amplify the message and the experience. And we've continued that at Temple Sinai with Rosh Hashanah services and the Shema Kolenu. Sorry if that's popped up. And Yom Kippur, we have an afternoon drama session that Michael Dolgan was kind enough to do. Wonderful Dvar, all about a scene that relates to Yom Kippur, and it goes on and on.
What has this brought to you personally? I mean, I have a sense of what it's brought to Temple Sinai, but as a professional actor who is obviously engaged in all aspects of what you do, what has this brought to you personally?
Well, our theater company tells a Jewish story.
This is the Harold Green Theater.
The Harold Green Jewish Theater Company. I do this with Avery Saltzman. We're the co-artistic directors, and Matt Baumbaum is the general manager. And I think it just really amplifies and digs deeper to the Jewish story for us, as well as I think for Temple Sinai. It makes us better. It elevates the experience as a company. And personally, as someone who's of the faith, and who loves what I do and the profession, I love to be able to contribute and do my part, whatever we can do as a company and as an individual, for my faith as well. So I'm so appreciative and grateful for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Are there any distinctions between acting in front of at your theater company on a stage in front of people who are there for a lot of reasons, including entertainment, and then, for example, on Yom Kippur, when you're there in front of the shul congregation, which is an entirely different setting?
The short answer is no. We try to be as authentic to the roles we're playing. That's more like a radio play because we have our script. But I do it with Avery. Sometimes we hire actors. But it's like anything. You try for authenticity to get to the root of the scene and just be as honest as possible. Yeah. So no, in that sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I've been to some of the sessions on Yom Kippur in the afternoon, and they're very meaningful, and they seem to me to be increasingly well attended. So people are getting the message that this is a wonderful way to enhance a somber day. What is really the most somber day in the Jewish calendar, obviously.
Right, and you're right. The process of doing the scene is the same. What happens after, when Rabbi Dolgan, in his brilliance, connects the synergy of the scene and the day, that is very moving and meaningful, and we get a lot out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, David, I mean, it's just wonderful to meet you, and who knows, maybe we'll meet on the golf course and have a spiritual experience there someday.
That'd be wonderful.
Thank you very much for joining us, David. I appreciate your time.
Lorne, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.